Everybody knows 1812. What I wanted to get a hand on was 1811. What it was like before it hit the fan. You've got a sleepy little fishing village here of about 400 souls. Erie's only about 15 years old. None of the people who live here are from here. They've started young businesses, they've built homes, and they have dreams. But right now, this is the quietest place in the world. 1812 happens. The United States of America declares war on the British Empire. Nobody in Erie knows that they're at war with the people on the other side of the lake. And then one day, Daniel Dobbins washes up ashore during a storm on Presque Isle Peninsula, and he brings with him this incredible news that he has just escaped from Detroit, which the British have captured. And he says to everybody, Erie, we're next. They're coming to us. That's what the people of Erie are looking at. Do we stay or do we go? They decide they want to stay, and Daniel Dobbins is sent to Washington to talk to President Madison. But he begins to tell him what's happening on the Great Lakes. It's a massacre up here. The British have a fleet on the Great Lakes. The United States has nothing. He gives this impassioned speech about we have a perfect place called Presque Isle Bay to build a fleet. This was the perfect place to build it for a couple of different reasons. It was protected by the peninsula so that the British Navy, which was out on the lake, couldn't come in here and bombard the fleet while they were building it. Now you would say, well, they could just sail into the bay, but they couldn't because the bay has a natural sandbar. Well, the question then becomes, well, then how are the Americans going to get the ships out of the bay? Like building a ship in a bottle. How do you get it out of the bottle? And it's one of the secrets of the witch's fleet as to how they do this. The idea of a witch comes in as she's more of a clairvoyant, a seer. I've really always wanted to tell this story. The odds against these people, number one, like I told you, they all elected to stay here. They could have left. It's one thing to be living here in this little sleeping village. It's another thing to be thrust under the front lines of a war, because this then became the front lines. To me, it was an incredible story, not so much the battle, but the building of the fleet. Everything had to happen just right for them to build the fleet and get it out on the lake in time. My admiration for the people who lived here in 1811. That's why I dedicated the book to the people of Erie. The dedication reads, to the people of Erie, the descendants of heroes, because in my mind, they are.